In this part, we are going to talk about eukaryotic cells. First, what are eukaryotic cells? Eukaryotic cells are the cells with true nucleus. So these are the cells with true nucleus. That means they don't have the scattered DNA in the cytoplasm. They have true nucleus or advanced. Advanced means they are so special. Like there is a true nucleus, there is a true nuclear membrane as well. And eukaryotic cells have organelles, so they also have organelles. What are organelles? Organelles are the membrane bound structures in the cytoplasm. Now we are going to take a look at the structure of the eukaryotic cells. So um, like prokaryotic cells, they have nuclear membrane. Now it's important to note that we are only talking about animal cells. So this is the structure of an animal cell. And as we're talking about animal cell, there is no proper structure to it. It's just irregular in shape. So this is our animal cell. So if you have to label it, this is our cell membrane. Cell membrane. Now you must be wondering, where is a cell wall? There is no cell wall in animal cells. In animal cells don't have cell wall. Why? Because animals are motile. That means they can move. They can move from one place to another. They don't need a cell wall to protect the cells, because they can move from, they can escape from harsh conditions to prevent them from, let's say, from rain, wind, or any other harsh condition. That's why they don't need cell wall. So this is our cell membrane. Next thing, we are going to talk about nuclear membrane next. So we have seen that they have true nucleus. They have more advanced nucleus with a proper membrane. And nucleus is double membrane. It has two membranes. Okay, not one, not two. Because why? Because it has the very important material or substance, that is the genetic material, that is DNA. So it has DNA. That's why it's very important for nucleus to have two membranes. That's why it's double membrane. So this is our nuclear membrane. Nucleus controls the activity of the cell. It is like the brain of the cell. So this is our nuclear membrane. These pores that you see, the spaces between the nuclear membrane, these are called as nuclear pores. Now, by these nuclear pores, substances from nucleus to the cell or any other cell moves. So from here, all the substances come and go in and out. Okay, so these are nuclear pores. Next, the cytoplasm, not exactly cytoplasm, like the fluid present in the nucleus, is called as nucleoplasm. This is called as nucleoplasm, the fluid. One more thing, we know that nucleus has DNA, the circular DNA. So this is our circular DNA. It has got a special name. It is called as chromatin. Chromatin fibers. Okay, so this is chromatin. We have looked at cell membrane, nucleoplasm, nuclear pores, and chromatin. Next, we are going to come to the main structure, like the organelles. Okay, so this full fluid and all the jelly-like substance, this is called as cytoplasm. While we talked about prokaryotic cells, we saw that cytoplasm is the main area for chemical activities, chemical reactions. So the same thing with eukaryotic cells also. Cytoplasm is the main area for chemical reactions and activities to happen, such as glycolysis. So that is cytoplasm. Next, we are going to come to the organelles. The first organelle is, the first organelle is called endoplasmic reticulum. So this is the endoplasmic reticulum. Now let me draw one more of it. This is the endoplasmic reticulum. Now what exactly is the function? Like let's write it down. Endoplasmic reticulum. Now some of we have drawn two of the endoplasmic reticulums. Some endoplasmic reticulums have ribosomes on them. Ribosome is one more organelle, and it's not exactly an organelle because it doesn't have membrane. Ribosomes are membraneless. It's also, ribosomes are also found in prokaryotic cells, which are 70 years. In eukaryotes, they are 80 years. So the endoplasmic reticulum, which has organelles, ribosomes on its membrane, they are called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. So we commonly call it as RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum, because they have ribosomes. They are rough in texture. The endoplasmic reticulum that doesn't have ribosomes, they are called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum because they're smooth in texture. So this is about endoplasmic reticulum. Now the main function of RER or rough endoplasmic reticulum is to make proteins. So they synthesize proteins because the main function of ribosomes is to make proteins, synthesis of proteins. And smooth endoplasmic reticulum, it helps in lipid synthesis or steroid synthesis. So this RER or the endoplasmic reticulum is also, it also helps in transfer of substances from nucleus to other cells, to any other organelle or the other cell. So this is the endoplasmic reticulum. Now one more thing, in the nucleus there is one more structure which is present, and this is called nucleolus. Nucleolus. So we have looked at, again we have looked at cell membrane or the plasma membrane, we have looked at nuclear membrane, nuclear pore, nucleoplasm, and chromatin fibers. These are the DNA actually, okay? Chromatin fibers or DNA. We have also looked at RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and cell membrane, nucleolus, and the cytoplasm. Now the next thing, these ribosomes we have looked at, which are present on the membrane of RER, these are also scattered in the cytoplasm. These are called free ribosomes. These are called membrane bound ribosomes or bound ribosomes. So these are ribosomes, and as usual their function is to make proteins. That's it. So these are ribosomes. Next we are going to look at some organelles which are single membrane. These are lysosomes. So little spherical structures. Lysosomes. Now lysosomes are called as suicidal bags of the cell. Now why are they called suicidal bags of the cell? Because they digest the waste material and they digest the whole cell as well. So there are different types of lysosomes: primary lysosome, secondary lysosome, tertiary, and many other lysosomes. So the main function of lysosome is to digest the cell or digest the food or other waste material. So this is lysosomes. And one more thing, lysosomes contain a very important enzymes called hydrolytic enzymes. With the help of these hydrolytic enzymes, they digest the waste material. So these are lysosomes. We have looked at ribosomes as well. Next we are going to look at, we have also looked at cytoplasm. Next we are going to look at vacuoles. Now vacuoles are some spherical structures. Now in animal cells, vacuoles are many and they're small, but whereas in plant cells, vacuoles are they're very big, and almost they occupy 50% to 90% of the whole cell, and usually just one vacuole is present in plant cells. So because we are talking about animal cells, we draw many of the vacuoles which are very small. So these are vacuoles. Vacuoles, these store they just store cell sap and some dissolved substances like water. So this is the function of vacuoles. Next we are going to look at mitochondria. So these are mitochondria. They are somewhat like this. Okay, so these are mitochondria. Let me label it. Mitochondrial. So single is called mitochondrial, plural are called mitochondria. Now mitochondria are called as the energy powerhouse of the cell. Why are they called so? Because they make energy. They make energy, that is ATP. So they provide energy for the whole cell of the organism, and they help in cellular respiration as well. So this is mitochondria. Next, Golgi body is the next organelle that we are going to look at, and we can draw them somewhat here. Okay, so this is the structure of Golgi bodies. Now the name is given because of its discovery. It's discovered by a scientist called Camillo Golgi. So Golgi bodies. Golgi bodies are also called as Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus, or it's also called as Dalton's complex. So this is Golgi body. Now Golgi bodies has cis phase and trans phase. They also help in the transport of substances. So these are Golgi bodies. Next, some more organelles. Now this organelle, it's important to remember that this organelle is only present in animal cells, not in plant cells. Like cell wall is present in only plant cells, not in animal cells. So this organelle, this thing here is called, so let's extend it a bit. So this organelle is called as centrosomes or centrioles. So these organelles are only present in animal cells. The function of centrosomes is to help in cell division. So when we are talking about cell division, we'll talk in detail about centrosomes. Centrosomes or centrioles. So this is the whole structure of an animal cell. So this is how an animal cell looks like, and these are the various parts, structures and organelles of animal cell. In the next part, we are going to take a plant cell, but what exactly is eukaryotic cell? Eukaryotic cells are the cells with true nucleus, and they have organelles. What are organelles again? These are membrane bound structures, and cells with true nucleus or advanced nucleus. This is about eukaryotic cells, and this is their overall structure.